This video will show you how you can easily share the most up-to-date documentation in relation to your assets with other parties. Examples might include LOLA certificates, PAT test records, calibration, etc. The features in this video are available from version 1.5.0.15. If you need the update, you can get that from the EOR website downloads page, which is www.eor.app. So if our company owns assets, what we quite often have to do is share the certifications in relation to those assets with other stakeholders. For example, if we take a 360 excavator to a principal contractor site, the principal contractor or the client will quite often ask to see a copy of the LOLA certificate for that piece of kit, or maybe we're taking underground service detection tools or gas meters or electrical testers to site, and again the principal contractor or client might want to see the calibration records in relation to those bits of kit. What I'm going to show you here is how you can share that information with the principal contractors or clients or other stakeholders using EOR. So as normal, we will show you how to use the feature, and then I'll show you how to set the feature up in the background so that it functions. If we go into a client site, as normal, we produce a RAMS for that site. So we come into projects, we come into the project in question, and then we set up the RAMS. I've got an example RAMS here. Under that RAMS, we can then link the assets that are going to the site. So we can click on Assign Assets, and to this particular project, we're going to send our 360 excavator, we're going to send a compressor, and we're going to send a drill as well. Once they have been linked with their green ticks, we can either click this print button here to print out the asset report alone, or we can click on this print button like we normally do when we export our RAMS, and the asset report will be included with the method statement and risk assessment documentation. So we click on the print button, it saves to our desktop, and then we can open that folder up. We can come into our example project, we can come into our example RAMS, the assets folder, and then in here what we can see we've got the asset reports. So with the drill, we've got a PDF here which shows us, for example, the serial number, our internal ID number. It will also show the hand-arm vibration ratings and the exposure limit values in relation to that, along with the noise ratings. And we've got one here for a 360 excavator, which lists the expirables as well and tells us when the LOLA is due to expire. But more importantly, what it also does is it provides links to the principal contractor or client so that they can view your asset folders live. So if we have a look at the excavator link here, the principal contractor could click on this, it will open up an internet window for them, and they can see all of the documentation in relation to that excavator. So for example, they can click on the LOLA certificate and they can see the most up-to-date LOLA certificate. What that means is that as long as the principal contractor or client has those links, you don't then in the future need to keep sending them updated copies of the LOLA certs and calibration certs and PAT testing records, etc. They can just click on the link and they'll automatically be able to see the most up-to-date information that you've dropped into the relevant folders. So what I'll do now is I will show you how to set up that feature. From your main menu, you need to click on the Settings tab. You need to click on Device Settings, and then there's a setting here where we need to tell EOR where the parent folder is, where all of your asset details are held. So we'll click on this and we will navigate to where our asset folders are held, and our one is within Example Company Assets. So if we come inside this asset folder, you can see we've got all of our individual assets listed here. We want to click this parent one. So we highlight it, select choose, and that's now set up. Now, when we add an asset in the future from our asset list, what that will do is, if we open up our asset folder here, we'll click on add new asset. We can see that's added a new folder there for internal ID asset number 5. We can fill out this information as we feel fit, and then we can drop in the Lola certificate, the calibration records, etc. into folder number 5, and that will automatically link up to the asset in EOR. What we also need to do for excavator number 5 is we need to come into Tools, we need to set the path to the asset folder, and we need to give it the URL. So I'm using Dropbox here. You can use OneDrive or Google Drive or any other kind of file sharing system. You right click on the folder, you click on share, and then in Dropbox we need to change it from can edit to can view, so that anybody viewing the folder can only view the information and not edit it. And then we create and copy link, and we can then paste that link into EOR, and that is what allows the principal contractors to view the live folders. If, for example, we wanted to change the name of this asset folder from number 5 to maybe, I don't know, JCB excavator number 5, we can do that, but we'll then need to just update EOR to tell it what that folder is now called. So instead of asset number 5, we click on this here, we find the newly named folder, which is this one, click on choose, and that just tells EOR there that we've changed the folder name. As mentioned earlier, by using this feature, it allows the other stakeholders to view the live information. So it will hopefully prevent you getting emails from your principal contractors and clients saying, please can you send over the most up-to-date version of your Lola certificate, because the one we have held on file is out of date, which is effectively a waste of time. So hopefully you'll find that of use, and if you need any further assistance, please do let us know. For more information, visit our website at www.eor.app.